Tonight, the energy in the air is unlike anything you've felt before. November 14th is whispering a secret, a rare alignment of unseen forces calling to those ready to awaken. Not every day holds this kind of power. Some days pass unnoticed, but this day carries a current that can shift the course of your life if you are attuned. I am here to guide you through this moment, to help you recognize the signs that most overlook. Today, you will learn how to sense the subtle messages of the universe, understand the 7 hidden miracles reaching out to you, and awaken the strength within that has been quietly waiting. This is a journey into self-mastery, into the principles of Shaolin discipline, mindfulness, and ancient practices that have guided seekers for centuries toward clarity, courage, and purpose. On this day, the chosen ones, those attuned to higher purpose, feel the call. Their path is illuminated, but only if they move with awareness. You will discover how stillness can reveal opportunities, how disciplined action can manifest unseen blessings, and how emotional mastery opens doors that remain closed to the unaware. Lesser-known events and shifts in nature are not coincidences, but signals, subtle yet undeniable, hinting at what is to come. By the end of this video, you will recognize the patterns, feel the urgency of presence, and learn how to step fully into your own power. Stay with me through every moment of this exploration, because every insight shared tonight is a key to your rise. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, the sanctuary where ancient wisdom ignites the spirit. Subscribe now and join the path of those ready to embrace the extraordinary that awaits on November 14th. There is a silence that speaks louder than any sound, a stillness that carries the weight of 1,000 unspoken truths. In the heart of the Shaolin tradition, this stillness is not emptiness but awakening, a place where the mind stops chasing and life begins to reveal itself. When the world pulls at your senses, when thoughts race like rivers in flood, true insight slips through unnoticed. Only in stillness does clarity appear, like sunlight breaking through dense clouds. The practice begins simply: sit, breathe, and allow the mind to settle. Watch your thoughts arise as clouds drifting across a vast sky. Do not reach for them, do not push them away. Each thought is a visitor, not a master. In this quiet observation, the mind uncovers patterns and whispers truths that are otherwise drowned in noise. Shaolin sages understood that the greatest power is not force, but presence. When stillness is cultivated, the body and mind align, and what once seemed impossible becomes visible. Every miracle starts here, in the pause between movement and breath. The mind, freed from distraction, notices the subtle shifts in life. A fleeting chance, a hidden opportunity, a message from the universe carried on a quiet wind. The awakening of stillness teaches patience, but also alertness. It is in the calm that the spirit stretches, that intuition sharpens, and that the seemingly ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. Practical mindfulness is not a distant art, but a daily practice. Observe without attachment, witness without judgment. Notice the rise and fall of thoughts, the rhythm of your own breath, the subtle sensations that often go unnoticed. In these moments, you step into a space where miracles can find you. The Shaolin path shows that stillness is not inactivity, but the groundwork for everything meaningful, the foundation upon which clarity, strength, and purpose are built. There is a power within every breath, a current that flows quietly through the body, carrying life itself. The Shaolin masters call it qi, the invisible force that animates all living things. To harness it is to awaken a subtle strength that rests beyond muscle or bone, a vitality that sharpens the mind and steadies the heart. Breathing, when done with awareness, becomes more than survival. It becomes a bridge to mastery over the self. Begin with attention to the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. Draw the breath deep into the abdomen, feel it expand the chest, and settle into the core. Each breath is deliberate, each exhale a release of tension, fear, and distraction. This is the art of inner alchemy, the transformation of scattered energy into focus, the quieting of emotional storms that otherwise dictate reaction. In the stillness of controlled breathing, anger softens, anxiety loosens, and clarity takes root. The body becomes a vessel, calm yet alert, capable of responding rather than reacting. Through this disciplined practice, perception sharpens. Subtle shifts in the environment. A glance, a sound, a pause, are noticed, felt before they arrive. Opportunities that pass unnoticed by the restless mind reveal themselves. Breath is the compass, guiding attention to the present, revealing the currents of life that shape each moment. The Shaolin approach teaches that mastery begins inwardly, energy flows where attention goes, and disciplined breath channels it into strength, insight, and readiness. This is not haste nor force, but an art of timing and presence, an ancient knowledge passed through centuries of practice. Each controlled breath strengthens the connection between mind and body, forging a steadiness that allows the spirit to move gracefully through challenge and chance alike. In learning to breathe fully and consciously, one touches the silent rhythm that animates miracles and opens the door to hidden possibilities. There is a rhythm in life that whispers to those who listen, a harmony that guides every movement when mind, body, and spirit are in accord. The Shaolin masters teach that true strength does not come from force alone, but from alignment, a seamless connection between thought, action, and intention. When the inner world moves in concert with the outer, life itself begins to flow, revealing paths that once seemed hidden. Alignment begins within. The mind must be steady, free from distraction, yet alert to the subtleties of each moment. The body must act with integrity, responding naturally rather than clashing against circumstance. The spirit must remain rooted in purpose, carrying the quiet certainty that every step is meaningful. Together, these layers create a field of resonance, where intuition sharpens and decisions emerge not from hesitation, but from clarity. In this space, the world responds. Favorable circumstances appear, guidance manifests in subtle ways, and challenges transform into lessons that further the path of growth. This harmony is not achieved through force or rigid control. Shaolin wisdom reminds us that mastery is a balance, a gentle calibration of energies, not the domination of one over another. Just as a tree bends with the wind without breaking, the aligned person moves with life, adjusting with grace, yet anchored in principle. Each action flows naturally from understanding, each thought carries the weight of presence, each intention resonates with purpose. By cultivating alignment, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Daily routines, decisions, and interactions are infused with meaning. Energy is not scattered but directed. Attention is not fractured but whole. Life itself becomes a mirror of the inner state, reflecting the harmony nurtured within. In this practice, personal mastery is revealed as a quiet art, a continuous mindful dance between the self and the world, where every movement carries the resonance of balance and every breath echoes the rhythm of true awakening. Discipline is the quiet forge where the spirit is shaped, a force invisible yet stronger than any external obstacle. In the Shaolin tradition, mastery is never granted through fleeting inspiration or sudden insight. It is cultivated day by day through consistent practice, through the steady rhythm of effort and restraint. Each small act of self-regulation, a controlled movement, a mindful breath, a choice resisted, strengthens the foundation of the mind and body. The power of discipline lies not in rigidity, but in its capacity to sharpen focus. The mind, trained to return again and again to its purpose, becomes precise, alert, and unshakable. Willpower is no longer fleeting. It solidifies, able to withstand temptation, distraction, and fear. In this state, doors once sealed by doubt or circumstance begin to open. Challenges that appeared insurmountable yield to persistence, and the unseen currents of opportunity align with the prepared heart. Small actions, repeated with intention, create momentum that grows beyond measure. A single movement practiced daily becomes fluid. A single moment of patience builds endurance. A single act of restraint strengthens the character. Over time, these fragments of discipline accumulate, forming a mountain of spiritual power. The Shaolin path teaches that extraordinary transformation emerges from ordinary devotion. The miracle lies not in dramatic leaps, but in the subtle, persistent shaping of self. Through discipline, the spirit learns to act in harmony with life's flow. It is the bridge between intention and reality, the silent engine that drives growth and awakening. Mastery is not granted in a single act, but earned in the repetition of deliberate choices, the cultivation of patience, and the unyielding return to practice. In this way, discipline becomes the catalyst for profound change, turning the ordinary rhythm of daily life into the extraordinary architecture of awakened soul. Emotions rise and fall like waves upon the ocean, powerful and often unpredictable, yet they need not dictate the course of life. The Shaolin masters teach that emotional mastery begins with awareness, the ability to observe the heart without being swept away. Mindfulness becomes the lens through which the currents of anger, fear, or desire are seen clearly, not as obstacles but as signals pointing toward deeper understanding. When the mind learns to watch rather than react, a quiet space emerges between impulse and action. Within this space, clarity arises. Life's subtle miracles, the synchronicities, the hidden opportunities, the fleeting moments of insight reveal themselves to those who do not act under the sway of unchecked emotion. Anger transforms into discernment, fear into courage, and anxiety into focused attention. Emotional clarity becomes a compass, guiding decisions and illuminating the unseen paths that lead toward growth and awakening. True freedom is found not in escaping feelings, but in mastering them. The inner world, when disciplined and attentive, becomes a sanctuary where the spirit moves with intention rather than being tossed by external circumstance. Shaolin philosophy reminds us that the external world is often chaotic, but mastery over one's inner landscape allows a steadiness that remains untouched by passing storms. Each moment of mindfulness, each act of observing without judgment, strengthens this inner fortress. Emotional mastery is a practice, a continuous dialogue with the self. It transforms reactions into choices, turbulence into harmony, and confusion into wisdom. The path is not about suppression, but integration, embracing emotions fully, yet without surrendering to them. In cultivating this inner sovereignty, the spirit becomes capable of perceiving life with unclouded eyes, responding with intention, and aligning with the hidden currents of opportunity and grace that are always present for those who have learned to move through the world with calm, aware hearts. Fear is a shadow that follows all who walk a path of growth, yet it is neither enemy nor curse. The Shaolin masters understood that true strength does not lie in avoiding the unknown, but in moving through it with calm awareness. Each challenge, each moment of uncertainty carries a lesson, a chance to discover resilience, clarity, and the hidden currents of life that remain invisible to those who shrink from discomfort. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the quiet mastery over it, the ability to feel the tremor of doubt and yet step forward with purpose. When the mind remains steady and the breath measured, fear loses its grip. In this stillness, the unknown transforms from threat into possibility. Opportunities often lie hidden behind what is unfamiliar, and only those willing to face the uncertain can perceive the openings that fear seeks to conceal. The Shaolin path teaches that every step into the unknown is a mirror of the inner world. The heart, disciplined and attentive, learns to distinguish between danger and illusion, between hesitation born of caution and hesitation born of resistance to growth. By embracing uncertainty with calm, the spirit gains confidence and intuition sharpens. Patterns begin to emerge, subtle signals that point toward the next right action or the path that aligns with purpose. Each act of courageous awareness compounds, reinforcing the mind's capacity to remain steady amid change. Challenges are no longer obstacles, but invitations to awaken deeper wisdom and strength. Through this lens, fear becomes a teacher, uncertainty a guide. In the quiet mastery of one's inner response, the world opens its doors, revealing paths and possibilities that remain hidden to the restless, the impatient, or the timid. Courage is not a single act but a living practice, a daily choice to rise with awareness even when the way forward cannot yet be seen. True transformation is born not from waiting but from moving with awareness. The Shaolin masters teach that miracles often reveal themselves only to those prepared to act with intention. Life offers subtle openings, fleeting moments where the right choice can shift the course of events. Yet without readiness, these moments pass unnoticed, like water slipping through open hands. Purposeful action is the bridge between insight and manifestation, the vessel through which hidden possibilities take form. The ancient principle of Wu Wei, effortless action in harmony with the flow of life, guides this practice. It is not forceful striving, nor hurried reaction, but a calm alignment with the natural currents of circumstance. Each step taken with attention carries energy, and each choice made from clarity multiplies its effect. When intention meets opportunity, even the smallest action can ripple outward, creating effects far beyond the immediate moment. Discernment is essential. Purposeful action requires a mind that is steady, observant, and attuned. Impulsive movements scatter energy, mindful steps concentrated. Like a bowstring drawn with precision, the power lies in careful calibration. The spirit learns to act without haste, yet without hesitation, moving in ways that honor both inner guidance and outer reality. Through this practice, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Daily choices, when rooted in awareness and intention, accumulate into profound shifts. A word spoken, a gesture offered, a decision embraced, each contributes to the unfolding of life's hidden miracles. Purposeful action is the manifestation of inner mastery. It transforms insight into reality, intention into effect, and quiet readiness into tangible change. In learning to move with mindful purpose, the seeker becomes a conduit for the extraordinary, stepping fully into the flow of life where miracles are not only witnessed but consciously created. Life speaks in whispers, in rhythms, and patterns that often go unnoticed by those caught in haste. The Shaolin masters teach that awareness is the gateway to understanding, a careful attention to the world that reveals subtle messages hidden in plain sight. A chance encounter, a recurring number, a fleeting feeling of déjà vu. These are the nudges of the universe, signaling the path forward to those attuned enough to perceive them. Reading these signs begins with presence. Each moment offers information, yet most pass unobserved because the mind is scattered, caught in worry or distraction. Shaolin training emphasizes alert attention, the ability to fully inhabit each breath, each step, each glance. In this state, patterns emerge naturally. Life's quiet synchronizations, those small coincidences that seem to align perfectly with thought or intention, become visible, offering guidance and insight that logic alone cannot provide. Patience is as vital as attention. Signs rarely announce themselves with fanfare. They arrive subtly, requiring observation and discernment. Cultivating patience allows one to wait without frustration, to watch without expectation, and to recognize meaning where others see only randomness. This practice develops not only clarity but trust in the unfolding of life. Observation, when combined with inner stillness, becomes a spiritual skill. It trains the mind to distinguish signal from noise, to sense the currents beneath the surface, and to act from insight rather than impulse. By learning to notice life's gentle cues, the seeker moves with guidance rather than force, aligning with circumstances that support growth, opportunity, and awakening. In mastering the art of reading these signs, the world transforms into a living teacher, offering wisdom in every detail for those disciplined and attentive enough to see. Awareness becomes a mirror, reflecting both the hidden order of the universe and the depth of one's own inner mastery. The journey of awakening is not found in a single practice, nor in fleeting moments of insight. It emerges when the principles of stillness, breath, alignment, discipline, emotional mastery, courage, and purposeful action are woven together into a living whole. Each miracle supports the others, like threads in a tapestry, creating a pattern of life that is both strong and fluid. True awakening comes not from knowing these principles, but from embodying them, allowing them to guide thought, movement, and intention at every moment. Mastery of self begins inwardly, with a calm mind and an attentive heart. Mindfulness sharpens perception, revealing the subtle currents of opportunity and timing that most overlook. Purposeful action channels this awareness into tangible steps, aligning inner intention with the outer world. When these elements converge, life flows with ease and the seeker moves with a rhythm that mirrors the natural order. Obstacles lose their weight, challenges become teachers, and every experience carries guidance for growth and elevation. November 14th is not merely a date on the calendar, it is a portal, a threshold between what has been and what is possible. The energy of this day resonates with those prepared to rise, offering a rare moment to integrate insight into action, awareness into mastery. It calls for presence, for discipline, and for courage to step fully into the potential already seeded within. By embracing these 7 miracles as a unified path, the spirit attains a balance that transforms ordinary existence into a conscious, intentional journey. Each breath, each choice, each observation becomes a tool for awakening. Life no longer drifts aimlessly. It responds to the aligned, disciplined, and mindful self. On this day, the path is clear. Rise fully, move with intention, and allow the principles of mastery to illuminate the journey toward the highest expression of your potential. November 14th is an invitation to awaken, to act, and to step into the full power of who you are meant to become. The 7 miracles we've explored are not distant events to wait for, but reflections of transformation that begin within. Stillness, disciplined practice, mastery over emotion, courage in uncertainty, and mindful, purposeful action, these are the tools that allow the chosen ones to align with their higher purpose. Each principle is a key, and together they unlock the path to clarity, strength, and awakening. Remember, true growth is not achieved in a single moment, but through consistent awareness and practice. Every breath, every choice, every moment of reflection brings you closer to the fullest expression of yourself. Today is not just another day. It is an invitation to step fully into your potential, to rise with intention, and to live in alignment with the forces guiding your path. Let these lessons settle into your daily life. Pause with stillness, act with purpose, observe with patience, and move through the world with courage. Each small step compounds into profound transformation, and the miracles you seek are already unfolding within you. If this message resonates, join our journey of wisdom and self-mastery by subscribing to Shaolin Soulfire. Let us walk together on the path of awareness, discipline, and awakening, embracing each day as an opportunity to step closer to the highest version of yourself.